When your dog licks your hand, your face, or even your feet, you probably smile and think, that's a kiss. And sometimes it is. But the exact same behavior can also mean, pay attention to me. It can mean, you taste interesting. It can mean, I'm not comfortable with what is happening. And in some cases, repeated licking can be your dog's quiet way of telling you that something does not feel right. That is why the lick itself is never the whole message. The real meaning is hidden in what happened just before it, what your dog's body is doing, and whether the licking stops easily. Today, you will learn the most common reasons dogs lick people, how to tell affection from anxiety, and 3 clues that can reveal what your own dog is trying to say. And stay with me until the end, because one kind of licking looks harmless at first, but may be a reason to speak with your veterinarian. Welcome to DogNuro, your home for understanding the hidden emotions, instincts, and behaviors of your best friend. If you enjoy calm, science-backed guides that help you build a deeper bond with your dog, consider subscribing. First, yes, licking really can be a form of social affection. Imagine your dog walking toward you after a nap. Their body is loose, their eyes look soft, their tail moves in a wide, relaxed sweep. They lean against you, lick your hand once or twice, and then settle beside you. That entire picture matters. The lick is part of a larger pattern of friendly contact. Your dog is choosing closeness, staying near you, and showing no desire to escape. Research on positive dog-human interaction suggests that calm, affiliative contact is connected with biological systems involved in social bonding, including oxytocin. But scientists are careful not to claim that every lick produces the same emotional response, or that every dog uses licking in exactly the same way. The relationship, the individual dog, and the full interaction all matter. Think of the lick as one word inside a sentence. Lick may be the word, but the loose body, soft face, gentle approach, and decision to remain close create the sentence, I feel safe being near you. Some dogs lick frequently, others almost never do. A dog that rarely licks may express attachment by following you, leaning against your legs, resting nearby, or bringing you a toy. So do not measure love by how wet your face becomes, measure it by trust. Can your dog relax around you, seek you when uncertain, and rest without constantly watching for danger? But here is where many owners become confused. A behavior that begins as friendly contact can quickly become something your dog has learned to use for a result. The second reason your dog may lick you is attention. Your dog licks your arm. You look down, they lick again, and you speak, laugh, touch them, or ask, what do you want? From your dog's perspective, the licking worked. Dogs learn from consequences. When a behavior reliably causes something valuable to happen, that behavior is more likely to appear again. And for a social dog, even eye contact, talking, or being gently pushed can sometimes be more rewarding than receiving no response at all. Veterinary behavior guidance commonly notes that people can accidentally reinforce attention-seeking behaviors through the reactions they give them. This is not cruel manipulation, it is learning. Think of it like pressing a button that turns on a light. If licking makes the human activate, why would the dog stop pressing the button? Watch what happens after the lick. Does your dog stare at the treat cabinet? Do they glance toward the door? Do they bring you a toy? Do they lick you at the same time every evening, just before their walk? If so, the lick may be a request your dog has practiced until it became part of the household routine. The answer is not anger. Ask for a different behavior before giving your dog what they want. Wait for 4 paws on the floor, ask for a sit, or reward calm lying. Your dog still gets connection but learns a clearer way to ask. And if you do not want licking, avoid turning it into a dramatic event. Calmly remove access, pause your attention, and then reward a more appropriate way of communicating. But attention is not the only reward. Sometimes, you are simply delicious. The third meaning is sensory investigation. Your skin contains natural oils and salt. It may also carry traces of food, soap, lotion, or the places you have touched. After cooking, exercising, or coming home from somewhere new, your hands and legs can become a collection of interesting tastes and smells. To you, a quick lick may feel deeply emotional. To your dog, it may be closer to reading a tiny piece of information. Notice the timing. Does the licking become more intense after you eat? Does your dog focus on your fingers after you handle meat or cheese? Do they lick your legs after a workout? Do they investigate one scented lotion but ignore another? In those moments, the behavior may be driven less by affection and more by curiosity and taste. That does not make the interaction meaningless. But the more closely licking follows a smell, flavor, or recent activity, the more likely sensory interest is contributing. And be thoughtful about what is on your skin. Some topical medicines, creams, and other substances should not be ingested by pets. Do not allow your dog to lick open wounds, and check product guidance or ask a veterinarian if you are unsure whether something on your skin is safe. Now we reach the reason that changes the emotional meaning completely. Sometimes a lick is not asking for closeness. It is asking for less pressure. The fourth reason is social tension, uncertainty, or appeasement. Picture this. You lean over your dog. You hold their face. You bring your face very close to theirs. Your dog turns their head slightly, pulls their ears back, freezes, and flicks their tongue across their nose. Then they lick your chin. Many people see the final lick and say they love kisses. But the dog turned away, became still, moved their ears back, and tongue flicked during close social pressure. Research has found that dogs may show mouth licking more often in response to negative human facial expressions, and studies of canine signaling have associated nose licking and related displacement behaviors with non-aggressive or appeasing responses in socially challenging situations. That does not allow us to translate every tongue flick into one exact sentence, but it does tell us that licking can occur during uncertainty, not only happiness. Think of it like a person giving a nervous smile. The smile is real, but it does not necessarily mean they are enjoying the moment. Your dog may be saying, "I do not want conflict," or "Can we make this interaction softer?" or simply, "I am not sure what to do." This is why body language must be read as a group. A loose dog who approaches is very different from a stiff dog who is cornered and trying to turn away. Look for other signs of discomfort: a lowered posture, ears pinned back, repeated head turns, showing the whites of the eyes, yawning when they are not tired, sudden scratching, panting when it is not hot, or repeatedly trying to move away. No single sign proves anxiety by itself, but several signs appearing together are important. If you notice that pattern, stop leaning over your dog. Release any restraint. Turn your body slightly to the side. Allow them to create distance. You are not rejecting affection. You are answering the message underneath the lick. And the next reason is even more subtle because it often happens when you are the one feeling emotional. The fifth reason your dog may lick you is that they are responding to a change in you. Maybe you are crying. Maybe your voice becomes tense. Maybe you return home upset and sit silently on the couch. Your dog approaches, watches your face, and begins licking your hands. It is tempting to say, "My dog knows exactly why I'm sad, and they are trying to heal me." That may be how the moment feels, and the comfort you receive is real, but scientifically we should be careful. Dogs are highly attentive to human behavior. Research suggests they can use emotional information from human faces, voices, posture, and other cues, and there is evidence that emotional states can become synchronized between dogs and the people they live with. But a dog licking an upset person could reflect several things at once: social attachment, curiosity, learned attention-seeking, uncertainty, or a response intended to reduce tension in the interaction. Your dog may not understand the story behind your sadness, but they can notice that your normal pattern has changed. Think of it like your dog detecting bad weather without understanding meteorology. They see the sky darken, they feel the air shift, they respond to the change. So when your dog licks you during an emotional moment, it may be affectionate. It may also be their own nervous system asking, "What is happening, and are we okay?" Notice whether your dog becomes calmer after brief contact or increasingly restless. If they lick once, lean beside you, and settle. The interaction may be comforting for both of you. If they lick rapidly, pace, pant, whine, or cannot relax, they may need reassurance through predictability rather than more intense physical affection. Speak softly, breathe slowly, give them space to choose where they sit. A calm routine may communicate safety more clearly than hugging them tightly. And tell me in the comments, what is your dog's name, and when do they lick you the most? After meals, when you return, or when something feels different? Your answer may reveal the pattern. The sixth reason is self-soothing and over-arousal. Some dogs lick when their emotional system is highly activated, not only by fear, but by excitement, frustration, anticipation, conflict, or difficulty settling. A visitor arrives, and your dog jumps, circles, whines, grabs a toy, then begins licking your hands over and over. You sit down after a busy day, and your dog cannot seem to switch off. They lick you, lick themselves, stand up, lie down, and start again. In this context, licking may be one part of a larger attempt to regulate arousal. Behavior researchers use terms such as displacement behavior for actions that appear during conflict, frustration, or uncertainty. Nose licking, lip licking, grooming, yawning, and scratching can appear in these moments, although context is essential, and none of these signals should be interpreted alone. Think of a person clicking a pen, bouncing a leg, or repeatedly checking a phone while waiting for important news. The action does not solve the problem, but it gives nervous energy somewhere to go. If your dog's licking increases when the house is chaotic, when guests arrive, during training frustration, or after an exciting event, do not punish the symptom. Reduce the pressure. Create distance from the excitement. Offer a quiet resting place. Scatter a few pieces of food for gentle sniffing. provide an appropriate chew, or guide your dog into a familiar calming routine. And pay attention to whether your dog can stop. A brief burst that ends as the situation settles is different from licking that continues or interferes with sleep, eating, or play, because that leads to the final reason, the one that should never be ignored. Sometimes excessive licking can be connected to physical discomfort. This is especially important when the behavior begins suddenly, becomes intense, or is accompanied by other changes. A dog experiencing nausea or gastrointestinal discomfort may lick their lips, lick surfaces, swallow repeatedly, drool, or act restless. Repetitive licking of a specific body area can be associated with irritation, allergy, infection, injury, or pain. Persistent, repetitive behaviors can also have behavioral components, but veterinary sources emphasize ruling out medical causes rather than assuming the dog is simply bored or anxious. Licking you by itself does not mean your dog is sick. The warning is a change in pattern. Your dog suddenly begins licking you frantically and also licking the floor. They gulp repeatedly, they refuse food, they paw at their mouth, they seem unable to settle, or they begin licking one area of their own body until the skin becomes red, wet, sore, or hairless. Those are not moments to decode through emotion alone. Record when it happens, how long it lasts, what your dog ate, and any changes in appetite, stool, energy, movement, skin, or sleep. Then contact your veterinarian. So how do you know what your dog's lick means? Use this simple 3-part check. First, read the body. Loose muscles, soft eyes, a natural posture, and voluntary closeness usually point toward a comfortable social interaction. Stiffness, freezing, lowered posture, repeated turning away, pinned ears, or attempts to escape suggest that the dog may be uncertain or uncomfortable. Second, read the moment. Did you just return home? Did you handle food? Did you stop giving attention? Did a stranger enter? Did you raise your voice, lean over your dog, or begin grooming them? Did the licking start alongside signs of stomach upset or pain? The event before the lick often explains more than the lick itself. Third, read the pattern. 1 or 2 relaxed licks are different from rapid, repetitive licking. A behavior that stops easily is different from one that seems impossible to interrupt. A habit that has existed for years is different from a sudden change that appeared this week. Body, moment, pattern. Those clues turn a vague guess into a thoughtful interpretation. Your dog's lick may be a kiss. It may be a greeting. It may be a request, an investigation, a nervous peace signal, or a way of handling emotional energy. The goal is not to remove the sweetness from the behavior. The goal is to see your dog more clearly. Dogs do not communicate in isolated words. They communicate through movement, distance, tension, expression, and choice. And when you stop asking, what does licking always mean, and begin asking, what does this lick mean for this dog in this moment, something changes. You become more than the person who feeds them. You become the person who listens. Your dog is not behaving randomly. They are responding to their body, their environment, their learning history, and the relationship they share with you. And the better you learn that language, the safer and more understood your dog can feel. If this helped you understand your dog a little better, like this video and subscribe to DogNuro for more science-backed dog psychology. And comment your dog's name below, because I would love to know who you are learning this for.